Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of GTS Combat. And yo, I'm looking ahead to what I would consider a highly anticipated fight. It all depends how you want to look at things, but this one is, once again, on UFC 260, and it's not the main event, because I've already done that one. It's not the co-main event, because I've already done that one too. And I've also now doing the fight before the co-main event. This one is Tyron Woodley against Vicente Luque at UFC 260 on March 27th. And you got Tyron Woodley coming into this 19-6 and 1 draw, and that's broken down into 7-2 coming by a TKO or KO stoppage, and 5-0 coming by a submission. Whilst you got Vicente Luque on the other hand coming in 19-7 with 1 draw, and that's broken down into 11 wins coming by a TKO or KO stoppage, and 6-2 coming by a submission. So records wise, pretty similar, you got to say. But obviously Vicente Luque very sort of striking heavy, striking based, with the 11-0 record coming by a TKO or KO stoppage, whilst Woodley's quite a mix and match kind of record, 7-2 coming by a TKO KO stoppage, and then 5 wins coming by a submission, no losses. But yeah, they can both mix it up in both areas, because even Vicente Luque, 6 wins coming by a submission out of his 19 victories. So yeah, gonna be quite an all-round mixed martial arts fight by the looks of things. Well, in my opinion, you got Woodley coming into this 38 years of age, and he's actually lost his last 3 fights. So I believe Woodley is going to come in with a real strong game plan. He's going to come in very wrestling heavy, very sort of wrestling focused. I think he's going to look to take Vicente Luque to the mat, probably grapple him up against the fence, and if he can get a triple, get a takedown and drag him to the mat and maybe try hold him and dominate him there. That's potentially what I see Woodley coming in to do in this fight, because like I said, last time out, the 5th round TKO stoppage against Colby Covington in defeat for Tyron Woodley. He had that sort of injury, a bit of a strange finish to the fight. It was looking like it was going to be his 3rd unanimous decision loss in a row, because then prior to that he did have the loss to Gilbert Burns, and when he lost the belt to Kamaru Usman. So things haven't been looking too great for Tyron Woodley recently. To me, he doesn't look like his former self. The Tyron Woodley we saw when he had the belt, when he defeated Robbie Lawler, having them 2 fights with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson as well, beating Damian Maia and then submitting Darren Till also. Ever since that, he just hasn't looked himself. Since Woodley just dominated him against the fence, and kind of just sucked his soul out of him in a sense. We haven't seen the same Woodley since, so that's how it kind of looks. He seems gun shy, he doesn't pull the trigger, he doesn't let them hands go, and yeah, like I said, so I'm not too sure what Tyron Woodley we're going to see against Vicente Luque, and because he's lacking a bit of confidence and he hasn't been letting them hands go, and he's against the striker in Vicente Luque, that's why I believe Tyron Woodley will come in with a wrestling heavy approach to this fight. I don't believe he's going to stand and trade with Vicente Luque. If he does so, I feel Vicente Luque's pressure is going to be too much for him. Like I said, Tyron Woodley not letting them hands go. He kind of just sits there waiting for the perfect shot. And if you wait for the perfect shot against Vicente, he's just going to keep unleashing and letting them hands go. And I think he will just overwhelm Tyron Woodley in the end, if that is, if Tyron Woodley decides to stand and trade with Vicente, or if Vicente Luque defends the takedowns and can't, and just kind of shuts down Tyron Woodley's whole approach. What if he can't get him backed up against the fence? What if he can't get and secure a takedown? Then he has to stand and trade with Vicente Luque. Every fight starts standing up. Every round starts standing up. So it would favour Vicente Luque in that sense, in my opinion. So yeah, but looking into the records, it's clear to see Tyron Woodley has fought the much higher level of opposition. Like I said, he was the champ. He defeated Robbie Lawler for the belt. Had 2 fights with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, like Damian Maia, Darren Till. And then even since losing, he's only just recently been actually finished by Colby Covington, and that was due to a weird sort of injury. So he's always stayed in there. He's been a hard man to get out of the cage, get out of the octagon. So, and like I said, Vicente Luque hasn't been fighting that same sort of level of opposition that Tyron Woodley has. So maybe Woodley might just show me that there's levels to this shit, and, you know, outclass Vicente Luque. That is possible, but from what we've seen, the evidence isn't there in recent time. He hasn't looked like that sort of dominant Tyron Woodley, that world-class fighter in Tyron Woodley that we're used to seeing previously. But notably, Vicente Luque has beat the likes of Nico Price twice, Mike Perry, beat the likes of Brian Barberina, Jalin Turner, even Bilal Muhammad, who's fighting very soon in a main event against Leon Edwards, which he beat him, you know, sort of much further back in his career, which in the earlier stages of his UFC career, and then also Hector Urbina and Haider Hassan. So he has fought some good notable names. There are some notable names on Vicente Luque's career, but it's for sure that with a win over Tyron Woodley, that'll be the most notable name out of the pack. So this could really sort of be his next stepping stone to catapult him back up into that upper echelon of the division and maybe get a rematch with the likes of Stephen Thompson or Leon Edwards, who Vicente Luque has previously lost to in the past also. So it does make an interesting fight. Styles make fights, but like I said, I feel Tyron Woodley is going to come in with a wrestling heavy approach, but can he implement that approach? Can he implement that game plan and you know, apply that to the fight against Vicente Luque? That is the question. Am I even right? But I'm actually going to be backing Vicente Luque for this fight to get the victory. From what I've seen of recent time in Tyron Woodley, it's not boosting me with much confidence. I'm not very confident in Tyron Woodley to go in there and get the victory, but then, you know, not really. So I'm backing Vicente Luque to come in, apply the pressure, walk Tyron Woodley down. Tyron Woodley's quite happy to fight on the outside at times and sort of skirt the outside of the octagon and sort of try counter on the outside. But if he doesn't let them hands go, he ends up just standing there waiting and kind of starts getting pieced up at times. And I believe that's what Vicente Luque is going to do. Walk him down, back him up against the fence, back him up against the edge of the octagon and sort of let them hands go. Put them combinations together, which Vicente Luque likes to do, and probably overwhelm him and get a TKO finish. It is only a 3-round fight, so I potentially could see it just being a unanimous decision for Vicente Luque. But I'm going to edge towards maybe a late 2nd round TKO finish for Vicente Luque. If it goes into the 3rd, maybe he might just play it safe and secure the victory and go for that unanimous decision. But that's not really in his style, so maybe even a 3rd round TKO finish. But I am backing Vicente Luque for either a TKO finish on Tyron Woodley. I don't believe it will be a straight KO knockout. So either a TKO finish for Vicente Luque in the later rounds, 2nd or 3rd round potentially, because it is only a 3-round fight, or most likely a unanimous decision victory for Vicente Luque. Unless you get Woodley coming with a wrestling heavy approach and he manages to apply it successfully, and then I'll potentially see a boring unanimous decision victory for Tyron Woodley. But my official prediction is that Vicente Luque will get his arm raised, either TKO finish or unanimous decision. That's my prediction. You know my prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comment section below. I've been your boy Jimmy. This has been GTS Combat. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Till next time.